Before we round out this section, let's talk real quick about the ad market, because, I was just showing off Sora, and it's very easy to use these tools to create something that's sort of convincing, I suppose. Well, we've got, two companies who are now integrating it into their ad campaigns. Google has an ad. Its first ad, my understanding, created entirely with its VO3 tool, along with other Google AI tools. It's basically a Thanksgiving themed ad starring a plushie like turkey. And the whole thing, for the most part, I think, created with AI, not human hands. They avoided the uncanny valley because they didn't actually put human faces in here. So it's not easy to look at it and be like, oh, that doesn't look right, because it's all
here comes the actors unions after them.
Yeah, totally. So Google has done this. Also Coke, which did this last year,
which was uncanny valley and bothered people. This year they tried a lot harder, and the video's there if you go down.
Is it embedded in the page?
Yeah, it is there somewhere.
Oh, there it is.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, this time no humans, except for, I think, the hand of Santa, or maybe this is a different video than the one that I saw, but using pretty much entirely animated animals, which are a lot easier to get away with. Yeah, safer. I guess last year the vehicles had wheels that weren't actually turning while they were driving, so that was another tell. So these companies are leaning more into generative AI tools.
Yeah, and the production cost of this is nothing compared to what it would be if they tried to animate it in any old way.
And production time.
Yes.
I think that with the Coca-Cola story, I think they said, often in years past, they're working on these things for an entire year in one way or another leading up. And in this case, the studio spent a month on it. But they still employed 120 people working on it in many different ways.
If you go to the very end, you're going to see AI Santa. If you can go back to
AI Santa face and all? Yep. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry. Let me show this.
Don't forget the famous Coke ad with Santa really made Santa in our image of him. And so there is AI Santa with cheering animals.
AI Santa with a little bit of glossy quality. Yeah,
but very, very true to kind of the original poster of AI Santa. The original ad.
I mean, not getting much uncanny valley out of that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures. I think we're good. One nose, two eyes.
And some brand coherence in the logo, of course. Yeah. In the Google story specifically, I think someone in that story said that Google, or the story pointed out that Google does not point out that the ad is AI generated. Their belief is that most people don't care about the method of production, which is probably very true. Most people don't care about that. And that the tools will become standard, kind of like Photoshop. Yeah. Which I think that's
true.
This is all.
I think that's true.
I think it's absolutely true.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had two AI moments. There's a commercial for a mutual fund company or something like that, your retirement. And there's a young woman who's working and then talking to an advisor and then walking down a street and looking hopeful. And I asked my wife and daughter, I said, does that look like a real person? Does that look like AI? And they shrugged at me like, what are you talking about? But I'm starting now to look at every commercial wondering whether it was really acted or whether it was made up. And I think it's going to be interesting to see. I also
in that realm now where that is probably going to happen more and more. We're probably going to see more of that.
I had to make a bunch of appointments. Sometime in January, you'll see me with a patch on here because I'm getting cataracts done. Age. And so I had to make a whole mess of appointments. And the group that I'm with has become huge in a factory and owned by a private equity and all that. So they're constantly trying to use AI stuff for appointments and things. So I got to an appointment person and it was a person because I could tell the way they responded to me was in context correct, but the voice was weird. And then I almost wanted to ask her whether it was that service that takes an accent and de-accents it.
Oh,
but I didn't. But that would have been horribly insulting. Like, are you half a robot? I couldn't do that. Listen, this is just a professional curiosity. This isn't an attack or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm dying to know whether I'm, how often am I encountering AI? The New York Times said, well, I hate this. When journalists do these, I gave up AI for a week and this is how life is. Who cares?
Yeah.
Stop. Right.
Yeah.
So there was another story like this guy gave up AI and he has to pull out a paper map to figure out where to go. It's just stupid.
Oh, no.
Just plain stupid. But it is interesting to contemplate as you go through your day, where all am I encountering AI in ways that I don't know. So it's just, it's just a commercial, or it's a phone call, or it's an answer you get from a company. Was this AI? Not.
Probably most of the people that listen and watch this podcast, we all think we're really good at identifying it, and we probably are better than a lot of other people at identifying it. But that's a really great question. Where has AI been and we didn't catch it? Because almost certainly that's probably happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times they don't want to.
We probably aren't as good as we think we are.
It's bad for their brand, or they're going to get accused of stealing jobs from actors or whatever. But it's around us.
Interesting.